Hello everybody and welcome back. Today is Thursday. Today's Thursday, the 18th of November. I'm just getting my comments up and running here. Make sure this is turned down. There we go. Hi. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. I'm going to quickly remind myself here if I need to stamp anything today. I don't think I do. I don't think I'm gonna need stamps, so I don't have my stamp chamois with me right now. So I was like, shoot, do I need to go get that? Anyway, hello, hi, Paula and Lindsay and Janine. How you guys all doing today? Today for our live, we are going to be working on day number 8 and 9. And then tonight, I'm going to come back on and do 10, 11, and 12, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So hopefully by the end of today, we'll have up to story 12 prepped and ready to go. I have been spending my morning working through some like conceptualizing of pages for my album. And I believe I only have maybe 2 pages, 2 stories left to figure out, which feels really good. So, and that's going all the way to day 31, which I'm going to attempt this year. So I've got most of my stories, at least an idea for them of what I want to do, how I want to tell the story. And then a lot of those, at least half, I have the supplies already pulled and put into their handy dandy envelopes so that they are ready to prep. So hopefully today after the live, I'll be able to get through the rest of that and get pretty much everything set up so that it becomes much easier throughout the rest of November. And then super easy in December. That is the plan. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm going to get you turned around and we will get you top-down version on my desk here. Hey, let me see who else has joined in. I see Terry, hi, and Millie, Deb, and Mary. Lindsay, on a walk with your, it is cold. Actually, I haven't been outside, but it was cold in the house. I had to turn the heat up. So I assume that means it's cold outside too. Let me grab my stool here. I'm going to flip you guys to the table and let's get going. Okay, so I will also say, full disclosure, that both of my kids are home today. So Jonah, his rash is finally starting to go away. Izzy is in the worst stages right now, so her stuff is still pretty inflamed, but they both have medicine and they are on the mend, so that's good. Jonah's is like fading into his skin, so hopefully by Saturday it might be gone. That's my hope anyway. But then, the plot always has to thicken, apparently, when it comes to just the drama of little kids. We received an email last night that Izzy had been identified as being in close contact with somebody who tested positive for COVID. So we actually would have to keep her home anyway. Or, they have a couple of different options for how to deal with that. One is to just quarantine at home for 10 days and monitor symptoms and whatnot, and then to be tested before going back. Another is we could have her tested every single day in the morning and submit negative results, and then she would be able to go to school. But since she's already not feeling well, I just told her teacher, we'll just keep her home at least until next week, and then we'll kind of see from there if we want to do the rapid test in the morning and that sort of stuff. But anyway, so it's just it just never ends. It just never ends. So, okay, let's start with number 8. Oh, and the only reason I brought that up is because Aaron is at the office today. He's not here. So if the kids need me, I have my door open. They're going to come up and be loud. So just know that ahead of time. Okay, so what we're going to do, ooh, I should have read the instructions. Maybe I'll pull those up here in a second and read through them really quick. So for story number 8, I am actually going to combine 2 ideas from the product play class. I'm going to combine Amy's idea for doing a woven pattern paper, and then Neela's idea for the interactive circle chipboard pieces. But I'm putting my own twist on them. Story number 8, this is 8, right? Yes. Story number 8 is going to be 10 reasons why I love Christmas. So I pulled out this tag that has the numbers 1 through 10, and I'm going to use this to write down, I love Christmas because whatever. I love Christmas because, and on and on and on. So that's going to be my 10 sentiments and my story for this one. I am planning to do no photo, or I have an idea for if I want to do a photo. Actually, yeah, I have an idea for what I want to do if I'm going to do a photo, but I need to remind myself here what the heck I was doing. Okay, so we've got that. That's going to hold the journaling. And then, did I have something planned for the other side of this? Hold on 1 second. Let me go look at my notes really quick. Just want to remember what I'm going to do here. So we've got, okay, 3x8, outside page protector. Create weave pattern backgrounds, stitch transparency to make a pocket, wreath transparency, adhere, back to back, spin to pocket. Okay, yeah, no, so I wasn't going to do outside. Okay. Never mind. I know what I'm doing now. Okay, so that's going to go back to back with this, which that's going to hold my number 8. This is going to be the pattern paper. So this is what I'm going to work on first. I'm going to quickly pull up the lesson so I can remember how she did it, and then we'll get going on it. So I should have looked at that this morning. Okay, so it's Amy Gretchen's lesson. What is the year? Yep. So decide the size paper you want. Trim your base accordingly. I trimmed mine to 5 inches and left the height at 6.75. Oh, right, because her album is a weird size, so 6, okay. I'm going to make a line with a pencil at the back of your base 1/4 of an inch from the left. Doesn't have to be precise. Use your trimmer to cut slits in the base up to the pencil line. Okay, your first cut will be 3/8 of an inch from the top, and the rest will be 1/2 an inch. Okay. All right, got it. Next, cut the contrasting paper in 1/2 inch strips. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I got it. All right. I understand. Now. So. Okay, so I need to trim down my papers to the size of my page, or my base, whatever my base is going to be, which I don't think it matters what the base is. So I think I'll do the green one as my base. Let's remind myself here. Right, 'cause you are 8 inches and you are 8 1/4 inches. So I need to make this one my base page. Gives me one little tiny sliver of that paper left. Okay, so now we're going to, on which edge? On the far edge, so over here. Okay, so on the long side, I'm going to create a pencil line that is 1/4 of an edge from the left side. Okay. So let's get the ruler out and mark that 1/4 of an inch right here. So Amy created this for the product play class, and if you want the instructions that I'm reading on how to do this, that's where you can find it. Hers was lesson, I don't remember which number, but you can find it there. And then she also made hers, I think hers is going to be her title page maybe, and it's got like a beautiful ornament embellishment on the front, and just is really pretty. So anywho, okay, so next. Okay. Okay, insert 3/8 of an inch from the top. And the rest will be at half. Okay. So, next. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, so like here. It's probably where I want it to go. Okay. And if we get a little bit of unevenness, whatever. Okay. All right, so let's go for this. All right, guys, let's see now that I can pay attention again. Nope, this way. Put this up at the top. You know, I'm going to mark this other side. It'll be easier than trying to do it the other way. So, there's that. And that. Okay. Your puppy just learned what a frozen puddle is like. That's really funny. Hey, Etienne and Tammy. How's your guys' day going today? All right, so now everything else needs to be half. So we are not completely even here. I can see that some of mine are turning, like that one I think is a little fatter, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do with this page, I'm creating this like woven type of pattern paper. I chose a green that was a little bit more solid, so it's the star green pattern, and I liked it because it was solid. Like that one I just made small. Whatever, it's gonna be fine. Because the reason it's gonna be fine is because I'm actually going to turn this page into a pocket by adding a little bit of transparency down at the bottom, and then that's gonna hold a tag, or the tag that we're gonna make here as well, that will have my number on it. It'll have the journaling on the back. And then if I decide I want to put any photos in the layout, then those can go inside of the pocket too. So this one could potentially be a story that has no photos, or if I take photos that I just want to have in my album, then I can add those into the pocket, like super easily. All right, so I think that is going to be that. So now I've got this one page that's all like a bunch of strips. So next I'm going to take my other pattern. This is the one that I'm going to weave in here. And so for one, I have one that is primarily green, and one I have is primarily this like cream color with green mixed in. And I thought that the green on green tones would look really pretty in this album. So I want to make sure that I've got the right side going, because I've cut into this already for another project. So yeah, this is the right edge. If I cut this one, it would be too short. So this is the edge I need. And then I'm just going to cut 1/2-inch strips. I'm a big fan of pattern paper, which you guys probably know by now. Not necessarily, and you know, the types of paper that I like are more of this type of paper. Like for instance, I have a harder time using something that's patterned like this with trees. It's really pretty and I like it. I just have a harder time figuring out how am I going to use that. Which definitely is for something like this too. Like that is a lot harder for me to use than just a straight up pretty plain and neutral pattern. But I will say that with the kits this year, that has definitely been something I'm really grateful that has been added to the December Daily product line, is the pattern paper, because that's typically what I have to go and buy a whole bunch of from other manufacturers when the season comes around. So loving the paper for sure. Don't know how many of these I'm gonna need. I'm just gonna, for now, cut maybe like half of this. I'm gonna need a lot, probably, you know, definitely more than half, but maybe if we just do some and then come back and get more, then that will be good. So let's start with this since we are here. All right. So now we're going to start the weaving. So for this, essentially we want to just go over and under, right? That's pretty much it. Which is, you know, it's not the most tedious thing in the world. I would say that cut files are far more tedious than something like this. Okay. It will create a little bit of bulk just to have the papers on top of each other in that way, you know, because it pulls some of them up. But the effect is really pretty. I saw somebody who did it in a smaller size too, who did like a 3x4, I think, and put it inside of a pocket, and that was super pretty. Okay, so then pull it down and make sure that we are stuck in there. Now, I wonder if I should probably like adhere down the top, at least the ending pieces. I don't know if she did that, but I think I will, so they don't shift. We'll do like that one and the underneath one for there. The middle won't matter as much, you know. Okay. So yeah, I think this is gonna end up being really pretty. Okay. Carrying on. Okay. Have you guys logged in today, anybody who's taking the product play class, and have seen the idea from Emily? Because it is pretty epic if you haven't seen it. It's one of those that I'll probably hold on to for another time. Because I almost have all of my stories I need, or all of the like page designs I need, but I super love it. And there's a lot of cool ways you could use it. Okay, there's that one. Okay. And speaking of product play, so here's something we can get talking about. Speaking of product play, for those of you taking the Back to Basics class, what has been your favorite idea so far? Or the one that, whether it's your favorite or not, the one that you feel like you are going to put into your album this year? I have taken on a couple of them so far, and I have a few more that I'm going to do. And then also, there is a digital sale going on. Not digital, a class sale going on. Or is it digital? It might be digital. Is the class sale over? Ooh, now I don't know. But anyways, they were on sale. They might still be on sale. And the older product play classes are included in the class sale if it's still happening. And I actually had never taken Product Play 1 or Product Play 2 because I started doing December Daily. I started doing December Daily when Product Play 2 came out. And at the time, I just think I wasn't quite ready to do a class like that yet, to like take one. So I actually purchased both 1 and 2 this year and went back and looked through some of those for some ideas. And you'll see, if you've taken any of those classes, you'll see the ideas crop up in my album this year, which is probably what I'll end up doing with a lot of the lessons that are happening this year that I'm not going to be able to put in my album because, you know, I didn't save room for them, essentially. So, I always recommend going back and looking at older classes for ideas too, if you are stumped and looking for, you know, ideas that they might not be like fresh, they're brand spanking new, but they could be fresh to you. Like a lot of those ones were really fresh to me this year and exciting. So then next year I'll probably go back into product play 4, which would have been last year's, and then this year's, and pull out more ideas from those than the current one, if that makes sense. Actually, I kind of need to push you in here more. Yes, Etienne, thank you. I'm glad I did it because I, you know, for me, I wanted to make the fireplace approachable for people. Like I wanted it to be something where you don't need big fancy equipment to be able to do it. It is tedious, but so is something like this. You know, it's sometimes the the time that you put into it is worth it, right? So I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad that it's been such a hit this year. So yeah, it was definitely the right decision. I think the other idea would have been cool, but definitely not as cool. So yes. Amy's weave. Yep. Jenny's boxes. I have Jenny's boxes on the docket for me as well. Linda's plastic circles and Allie's window cards. Yep. Allie's window cards are making an appearance. Linda's circles are making an appearance in mine. Actually, nope, that won't be today's, but I've got plans for that. Actually, that's going to be my Christmas day. I'm going to do the plastic circles thing because I really liked the way that she incorporated the fabric patch 25 in there as well. Come on. Oh man, you stuck down. Okay, well, let's do that again. Okay. I think sometimes what's really fun with incorporating other people's ideas too is figuring out how to tell your own stories with them. So even if you are 100% scrap lifting it and you're not changing any of it, I think it can be really fun to say like, okay, so I'm going to do the window cards. And Allie's story is, you know, things she's saying yes to this year. And for me, I want to use the window cards to tell my 10 things story. So my day 10, 10 things I'm currently loving, which means I need more than just the 6 window cards. So I actually cut out, I had it digitally because I didn't buy them, of course, thinking like, yeah, I'm not going to use those. And then of course there's an amazing idea. And so the digitals dropped themselves right into my shopping cart, and I cut out 10 of them to do later. That'll actually be today too, but this evening we'll do that one. But you can use the same concept to tell a different story, and I think that's so cool. The circle that I'm going to put with this one is the idea from Neela, right? It was Neela? Yes, it was Neela. And she did hers as like a title page, and I'm going to use it to create my number. So I don't know, there's just something about that that's really, really fun, is figuring out how to alter things and make them your own. It's something about the December daily season that I really enjoy, because throughout the majority of the year, I don't typically do a lot of scrap lifting. I'd like to try doing it more because there are so many amazing ideas out there that it would be fun to do something similar where you take, you know, you can take somebody's idea and make it your own. But that's generally not a part of my process. So in December and October, it's really fun to go and do that. You know, it takes a different creative space in my brain. Okay, so I think I need 2 more, and that should do it. you're going to do is the die cut paper insert lesson. Yes, I actually just came up with an idea of how I could use that one too, which is really exciting. I think I'm going to use it to do so it's the tag with the spinner inside, and I think I'm going to do my Hallmark movie, not lesson, my Hallmark movie story with that. All right, oh, almost there. Actually, this wasn't that bad. This didn't take that long. And I might have only needed one more. Oh well. You go up, you go over. Up, over, up, over, up, over, up. Okay, because I think the little bit of extra space there on the edge is fine. I did go a little crooked, but oh well. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know? Yeah, so I'm not going to use this one. I'll keep that for something. Who knows? That could be used for something too. And we will hear this down. Okay. Do that. And that. And then I think I'll just kind of like glue these down to this last one so that nothing moves. And there. And then let's do it on the back as well. Stay down. Okay. Ooh, I missed it. What's this? Three days done. Super simple mini, hoping it takes a couple days. Oh, you're thankful 30. Yes. Window cards and Jenny's phrase page. Oh yeah, Jenny's page too. Yes, Deb, it's so funny. I feel like that has been interesting this year, is because we keep seeing all of these different ways to use the products. You know what I mean? That it's like, you know, now I want to have all of the products. Which is just, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we've got this. Now, this is going to be punched. I'm actually going to flip it so that it's punched on the edge that is full. And then let's get my hole punch out. And then I'm also going to add a pocket on top. But I'm thinking I should probably hole punch it first. So I guess we'll see how this goes. I'm happy with the green on green. I think that looks really pretty. Okay. Not too shabby. Okay, so we've got the holes. Got that. I probably need to keep this out. And then let me see if either of these is long enough. Oh yeah. Perfect. Okay. So maybe I'll use this one. Is that enough? keep that tag inside. Or do I want you to be a little bit taller? I might want you to be a little bit taller, actually. Okay, so maybe I'll just do the big one. No, I don't want it that big though. Okay, wait, so we've got even there, thinking like that would be 4 inches. So maybe I want to do 4.5 inches. Let's do that. So we'll go 4.5. Cut that piece off. Okay, and then this, I do it this way. Binder clip. Actually, I just found all of my binder clips, but what did I do with them? Now that I've found them, here they are. I have like a whole container full of them. That way I don't have to pull it off of an album. Okay, so we're gonna hold this on here, and then that's going to be stitched on. Do I need to stitch anything from the other story? Where did that go? Over here. No. No, I don't think so. Okay, so let's get the sewing machine and just get this part done. And I definitely don't want orange. Not orange. So, what do I want? I have like a lime green. That could be interesting since everything is green and gold. Oh, I have gold. Let's do gold. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right. The nice thing about the gold thread is that it's super easy to thread because it is pretty stiff. It's a pretty like stiff thread. All right, now I need my petals. Which are here. Here. Okay. All right, let's do this. All the amazing title pages in all the Alley group today. Really? I'm gonna have to look because I definitely haven't seen them yet. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna stitch this on. You guys know the drill. It is probably going to be loud, so if you want to turn me down, that's cool. Well, you know what I mean. Stamped gold one with the watercolors. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go look. Because yes, I have not seen that. Let's throw that to the side. I'll put it away later. Okay. So there's that. Now I need to punch the holes in the acetate there as well. Okay. And that gives me my pocket. So this is going to be where I will add my tag in here, which I'm going to decorate here in just a minute. And if I decide, it does stick out a bit because it doesn't go all the way down, which is okay. So it's just going to pop up a little bit on the back, like you'll be able to see it. And then this is going to adhere back to back with this one, with the 1 through 10, which I'm not going to do yet because I'll probably type my 1 through 10 on here. So then when you're looking at this page, and I can also put photos in here if I want to later, that will also work, or if I want more tags or whatever. So it'll go like this, and you'll see this little peak of red here with some twine sticking out of it, or ribbon sticking out of it. I might temporarily put them together just with some ribbon here in just a minute. So for the number, what I decided to do was to take Neela's idea of this like interactive-ish piece here. Although I'm not sure if I'm going to make mine interactive. It might just kind of sit like this. And I want to make my 8 like that, basically. So it's pretty simple. The only question will be, do I want to put vellum behind that? Let me see if I've got just a regular piece of vellum in here. No, because I pulled it out for something else. Let me grab a piece of vellum. Or 2. It gives me backup. Okay, so if let me just roughly cut this out so I can see what I think about it. And if I like it, I will be more precise. Okay, so we'll pretend that that is there. That is there. That is there. I kind of almost like it better without that. Yeah, I like it better without it. Okay. Okay, so what I will do then, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the transparent circle. Does this have anything on it? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. Okay. So this was one of the larger nested die cut circle, or die cuts in the circle version. I am putting it on top of the circle transparency that I believe came in the main kit, potentially. And then in the middle of that, I'm going to put this Merry and Bright. Do I make it spin? That is the question. Like, do I do what she did and make it actually spin? I mean, that's kind of fun. Then this will go up here. you would add like a tiny bit of bulk. I could use a star brad and just put it in the place of that ampersand, like punch that. You know what, let's do it. Why not? Why not? So I'll grab my paper piercer and I'm just gonna poke a hole right in the middle of the ampersand. Like so. I think I will also just cut some of this off since, that just adds to the bulk. So chipboard that it pushed out. Don't need it. Adding more. All right. So then if I put the star in there, yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's stick this in the middle of the circle and we're going to poke. Where it's going to go. And then yeah, I think right there is probably the right spot. So then I'm going to poke this through the paper. And the nice thing is because I'm adhering this back to back with the other tag, it won't really interfere with this little star thing or the brad itself, like the little pieces. I guess that really makes the whole thing move. Like this isn't solid. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, you know what? Because I know what she did. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Because I don't want to add a button because a button is really bulky. So what I'm going to do instead is get a hole punch, a circle punch, maybe like a 2-inch one. Crap, now that I adhered that on here, that's not going to work. Well, I could, maybe I only want it to be 1.5 inches. I like that size better. Okay, so I'm going to take some plain white cardstock. And the cardstock that I have isn't like crazy thick. It's a bit stiff, but it's not like ridiculous. So I think I'm going to punch out 2 of them. We'll see if that works. It's not going to be thick enough. Maybe 1 more. So that gives me like a little bit of a barrier. So then what I want to do is position this in the middle. So I can pierce through it. Right? And then I'm going to line this up with the middle. And this is a slick writer pen, so it will write on top of a slick surface. Okay. So that gives me a circle. Then I'm just going to cut the circle out with a craft knife. Yes, because I totally forgot that she made one part move and the other part not move. Which is really cool, you know? Okay. So, circle is cut out of the middle. Now, this should be able to work. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is adhere this to the top circle. I'm going to stick that through and then stick it through this one so I can get it positioned in the right place. Okay. So then this is going to go on here, and this will get adhered. In that hole. So I'm going to make sure I'm not touching. I think that'll be okay. Except it's crooked. Okay, so see how that goes into that spot, right? Which is what we want. And then this will go onto there. And just for good measure, we will put a brad on there to make sure it doesn't move. Okay, so then that gives me that little spinner piece at the bottom, which is super cool. Okay, now, next I will take this piece, which is another one of the circle dies, or, you know, whatever they're called. I guess it's a circle die cut. And I'm going to put this one in the middle right above that 8. Okay, like so. And then this is going to go right in the middle. Okay. Okay, so then last but not least, for this, I really loved this as well, which is something that Neela did, is she added these little stars. I think I'm going to start by going to the 4 corners. That way we can distribute them as evenly as possible. It's still eyeballing, but you know, it's good enough. 2 more. Okay, here we go. This is so extra. It is so extra. It really is. Yes, Lynn, this spinner was so cool, and I really wanted to do it, and I'm like, how can I make this like have a purpose in my album so that I can use it and it's not just, you know, just decoration. So then that spins. It's super fun. And then the back side of this will have my journaling. Potentially there will be no photo, but also potentially there could be a photo. And then I've got, I think maybe this will be the twine I use. This is like a shiny, it's almost got a little bit of blue to it, but it is pretty green. Let's see if I have anything other than that I wanted instead. No, I like that one. So for now, I'm just going to add a piece of that on there. Ooh, or I could do this one. Kind of like this one too that says like love, peace, joy. Kind of like that one even better. So let's cut that instead. Okay, that can be for something else. All right, down you go. Okay, so that is going to be story number 8. I mean, it's like so much, but whatever. I don't even care about it. It's just fun. And then potentially I'll have some photos in here as well. So that will help to break up all the green. But that's really fun. Like, for example, if you stuck that in there, right, then it would break up some of that pattern. Okay, now let's put that in the album. That's as done as that one's gonna get, which is actually pretty far done. All right, now let's open this guy up. Story 7, and then 8. It's going to go there. All right. And really, in terms of space, this is doing really well so far. My goal is to get, like, I think I had 15. So we're about halfway there, and it's about half, like, filled, which is good. And some of it's bulky, too, because I've got pieces inside of page protectors that aren't, you know, adhered down to anything currently. Okay. So there's that one. Can you hear my kids yelling at each other downstairs? Great. All right, so let me clear this off, and then I can pull out the next one and remind myself what was I planning to do for this one? Sometimes that happens. You just get far ahead of yourself, you know, and forget things. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I just can't, oh, I should have put that in there too. You know, let me put that in there too. I can't concentrate on things when it's a mess. It's got to be picked up. I feel like I have to start fresh with every page, which is silly. Like, put all the caps back on and put everything on the shelf. And now let's begin again. All right. There's that, which I can just clip there for when I need it. There. Extra vellum can go there. Okay. And you can toss. Okay, I'll put you back in here. Okay. Darn it. Those just don't want to stay in their pocket. Stay in your pocket. I'll just put you down. No. Would you fit this way? Oh yeah, you'll stay that way. It's a tighter squeeze. Okay. So, next. Story number 9. Which I put right here. All right, so for this one, I'm going to put my empty envelopes back over on my desk. so I can fill it with the next one. You're making me hear, you got this. Yeah. I really like the nested chipboard, but I wasn't sure how to use them, so it's exciting to get some of them used up, you know? Wait, what do you want for Christmas? Hold on. Oh, for Christmas. And those so many pictures. Yes. Somebody with angled photos last year. Yes. Hey, Judy from the hair salon. Ooh, that's fun. Are you like sitting under the heater thing? I'm always on my phone when I have to sit under that thing. Okay. All right. Here we go. Story number 9. Story number 9 is going to be kind of like for October Daily, we did the do you believe in ghosts / is magic real? So I want to tell a similar story for December and have it be is Santa / magic real? So what I'm planning to do is tell a lengthier story where I'm going to take up journaling on most of a page. So I really, really liked Amanda's flip out polka dot felt number. I loved that. I did not buy the red felt numbers because they are so big that I was worried I wouldn't be able to really use them in my album since I'm using the 6x8 and not the 10x8, and I felt like they were designed specifically for the 10x8. Now, I see now that I definitely could have gotten them, and I probably could have used them. It would have been fine, but I didn't. So I'm going to be pulling from some older stash items to build a page similar to Amanda's, but that's going to hold this story. So what I have, I loved the combination of the portion of this paper, which is the watercolor green paper from the add-on paper pack, with the number and making this the portion that flips out. So what I'm going to do, and this is story number 9, and since number 8 was that way, number 9 actually needs to be the opposite. So this needs to be over here. Just fine. I wonder if I miscalculated that. I'll have to see. So I cut off a piece of the striped vellum from the vellum paper pack, and this is going to be what I'll use to hold the page in the album. So I'm going to type up some journaling. I think I already created a template for it, so all I have to do on this day is just pull that up and add in my journaling. So I'm going to type up some journaling and stitch it to this vellum piece so that we get the really cool stripe on it. And then on top of my journaling, which will have the title and all of that, we'll have this flip out piece that has my number 9, and then that will open up. I'm going to put a photo here, and then the journaling here. So for the journaling portion, I'm going to use a combination of some of these titles here. I have a whole bunch of stuff I pulled out. So I've got an acrylic piece that says magic. Now this one broke, and it actually broke to the point of like there's a piece missing somewhere, so it doesn't quite go back together the same way. I'm gonna put it on here. But it's also like not super noticeable, I don't think. So I could still use the acrylic that says magic. And what I consider doing is putting the December, so it says December magic. And then I've got a wood veneer piece that says believe in the magic of it all. So I kind of like the combination of those together. And if you're imagining that this is the white paper where I'm adding my journaling to it, it's on this striped vellum, and then the green piece layers over it. So I kind of like this. It is a bit bulkier. So the alternative is to not use the big bulky acrylic piece and instead to take this stamp set, the magic stamp set from Allie, and add the magic here, and I could just stamp it in red. So it would have the same look. So it could still say December Magic, believe in the magic of it all. I'm almost leaning towards the stamp because it's not as bulky, and I'm trying to go all 31 days into albums. So I'm leaning that way. And plus with this being, having that missing piece, that does kind of bother me. I just hate not using an acrylic piece that I bought, you know what I mean? So, and I like the dimension. I'm a person that loves dimension. You guys know that about me. So it's hard for me to not do the dimensional stuff. All right, so for now, I'm going to keep that all up there and this. So I'm not going to be able to do anything with the journaling piece, but I am going to be able to build my number on top. So since I don't have the red numbers, I have the white number instead. So I'm thinking I'm going to add the white number 9. And then I've got, oh, and I was going to put Santa in there too, potentially, in the magic, whatever, journaling. Okay. Then I've got some of these sprigs here, which are, they smush down fairly flat. Like that's not super dimensional. But then I also have this really cool red candy cane that I'm thinking about putting in here with maybe like believe. I might cut that down. Anyway, of tying this on here. Or, what's it going to do with you? Maybe I was thinking about putting you in there too. I don't know. I've got magic, the word magic, which again, I could just chop that down, add it on top. This I'll probably just stitch on there. I do really like this combination. And it is dimensional. And honestly, you'd love to donate red numbers. That's so funny. I'll let you know. I'll let you know, Lynn. I think for now I'm okay. I also could totally cut them out, and I just chose not to. But if I come up with a page that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a red number super bad, I'll let you know. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Oh, and you're going to finish your October daily tonight. You can do it. Yes. Yes. Photos from Halloween night. Yep. You can do flip outs. You just need your hinge, you know? A pocket inserts. Yep. I'll send them to you. You can have the whole set, I'm hoping. Okay, fine. I mean, if you're not going to use them, then sure. Yes, I'll take them. Did you end up not liking them, Lynn? I'm curious. Okay, so let's get some thread. I think I'm just going to use some embroidery floss to stitch that on there. Maybe I'll do it in this darker green, kind of like that. I need my needle. And we will go from there. Okay. The fun part is threading the darn needles, right? By fun, I mean the worst part. Okay. Especially when you're trying to do all of the strands. Come on. Oh, did I get it? Are you all in? Yes, you are all in. Okay. All right, so you didn't know what you were ordering. Oh, you ordered 2? That's so funny. Well, in that case, yes, I would love them, and I can totally pay you for them. You don't have to send them to me for free. I'm totally cool with paying. And I should learn, I'm going to learn from that next year. What the heck? Okay, apparently you weren't all on. I'm going to learn from that next year and not skip out on the numbers. Like I should have just known better and gotten them. But I did not. I also have the color cast ones coming too that I need to remember. The green ones. Probably by the time they get here, I won't need them for this year. You know, it'll be like next year. But you never know. Ugh. I hate threading embroidery floss. I hate it. Oh wait, I got it. No, and then it fell. Bane of my existence. Ugh. Kim, I think I got it. Nope, I missed half of them. Okay. Come on. I need like a, you know those things that when you have braces and you use them to put floss in between them at the bottom of the braces? I don't know what those are called, like floss threaders. I don't know. I need those. That would help me with this stupid process. I just need to order that on Amazon because I want to do some more stitching this December. I did it a bunch last year, and I really, like, when I went back and looked at my pages from last year, it was one of my more favorite techniques. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Please. Come through, all of you. Come through. You too. Nope, you're broke. Okay. Is that it? Am I in? I'm about to throw it. Okay, screw that. We're going to try one more time, and if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to tie it and not thread it and not care. Damn, here it is. Okay. Will do, Lynn. Is there something wrong with my needle? Like, why? Why are you behaving this way? Sorry, as you guys watch for a half hour while I try to thread this dumb thing. Okay. Come on. Oh, I got it. All of them, all at once. Just like that. Okay. Well, now. I want them to just kind of be on here. Maybe like one more. And then, actually I lied. Which one's the bottom one? Because I want you to start on the top. I'm thinking what I want to do here is tie the strings in a bow. Okay. Might have gone the other way. Okay, so, yep, so now we will go up, down, up, and tie. Kind of like that. Okay. So, okay, maybe not. All right, maybe I just need to like, I'd like you to be a bow. Can you please be a bow? Do you guys ever talk to your products as though they are like, they have a real train of thought and we can convince them to do things? I feel like I do that all the time. Like, come on, please do this for me. You know you can. Okay, you know you're capable. There we go. So we've got a little bow on there. So here's a close-up of that with the holly and the little candy cane and the bow, which I think is super cute. So then that is going to go on here, which I probably just red line taped that. The question is, do I also want to throw in like a wood veneer? It says magic. Let's try something. So I'm just gonna chop that into this smaller one. And potentially I think I do like it in there. So let's try that. Because since the page is all about magic, finding magic, or, you know, believing in magic / Santa, then that makes sense to me. Okay. I could have also put believe, which is why I pulled that one out as well. But I think this one will suffice. Okay. So I think I'm going to put it right here. And then I put this. So it looks like that I just want like a ½ an inch hanging off. So I think I'll put one here, down here, and on the edge. For a meeting. Oh, meetings are fun. Yeah, it's okay. It happens all the time. I love that you guys like join in and then you have to leave for bits to go to meetings and stuff and then you come back. That's so funny. I mean, that's real life, right? Like, it's one of the cool things about being able to do this stuff virtually is that, you know, you don't have to set aside time strictly for coming and watching. It's just kind of like come when you can, and catch the replay if you want, you know, and when you have to leave, that is cool. I changed Jonah's diaper right before coming on the live today in the hopes that like he wouldn't come in here while I'm here with you guys and, you know, stink up my whole room, and then I'd have to leave and go change him. But sometimes that happens too. It's real life. Okay. Okay, so we've got the flip out piece here. I'm going to stick the 9 kind of in the center. And like that. Cool. And then, see, like I don't think I'm going to need the believe one. Toss out the scrap of that. So this can just go back into my stash. So if we can imagine, we get like a piece of plain white. Okay, so if we imagine that the page looks something like this, where we've got the foiled vellum on the edge, and then I think I am going to do the magic stamp. I think that will make the most sense, and I'll do it in red because I really do like the pop of red on the title. So if we pretend that that's not an acrylic and it's actually a stamp, and then we can put December. So we can have December, which will probably be more, it'll probably be more like here and here, weave in the magic of it all. And I could also put like Santa down at the bottom if I want. I could also center that even more like that. I have December, believe in the magic, right? And then this would go right here. So you'd be able to see text. I kind of want to see more of the title though. So maybe magic, believe in the magic of it all goes here. We can put Santa over here. I like that better. In December, yes. And then when it's closed, you can see the December and magic kind of poking out. Probably needs this even less. Yeah, I think I like it like that. I like it like that. Just made me think of that song. All right. Okay, so it'd be like this, and then text right here. So I think that's going to be really pretty. One other thing that I can do to prep this page, right? So like I want to keep those. This I'm going to not use. This I'm going to keep aside. Do I want to keep this aside, or do I want to just stamp a page? No, I'll wait to stamp it. It'll probably be easier to stamp it to just a fresh page, you know. But this I don't need. I have one that's empty, yeah. So, put that away. And so these are going to go into, you know, the container of things I need. So what I want to do is take a piece of plain copy paper and, okay, and then we can get this ready we can put the hinge on it so that it's ready to just be attached, which would be nice. So the hinge needs to be 2 inches wide. By 8 1/4 inches tall. Okay. And then we're going to fold this in half, longwise. Okay. Give it a good solid press. Okay, and then I'm going to add adhesive to this side of it. So like if it creates a mountain, I'm going to add it to the left side of the mountain. I don't think I've ever described it as a mountain before, so first time for everything. All right, and then we're going to grab this flip out piece, and I'm just going to line this up on the edge that I want to flip out. So we'll go like that. And then now, when I have my journaling page ready, that will go here, right? So that will be the journaling page off to there. And then this side is going to be a photo, which I can just, photo, yay. And I should probably measure what this photo is going to be. So it's 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. There. That way I know what size to print it at when I want to go and make this page. So what we can do with the pieces is I'm going to grab my album back out, and we just want to store the things that we need. So I want to make a note to myself that I'm going to be using the use the magic stamp set or title. And then I'm going to say see back so that I can remind myself that we're going to go December magic, right? And then Santa. Do not judge my Santa. Okay, Santa, and then the believe, right? And then it would be journaling. Okay. That way I don't forget what I just decided I wanted to do. All right, so let's open this back up. So then we've got story number 8, and then story number 9. I want just one of these pieces. Okay, so number 9 is going to have this, which we'll just put in here. So it's going to have that. It's going to have that as the closure. I think, and even that looks really pretty, like all of the green. And then it'll have that pop of red right here, which will be really pretty. So then that will open up and have a photo. So then this can go down inside of the page protector for safekeeping. And these pieces can go down in there too. Actually, I might grab one of these because they are small and I don't want to lose them. Especially that little tiny wood veneer piece. So that's going to be that. And that's a lot of the reason that these get bulky is because I have like packets of stuff in there, you know, and it adds to the bulk. So then my stamp set I can put back with all of my stamps for December Daily, and that way if I'm looking through them, I don't forget that I have that one. And that I think is going to be that. So, oh, and storyline. Go down there. Okay. Let's put this stuff kind of away. All right, so that gives me story number 8 and 9. I've got 3 more that I'm going to be working on later today that I don't remember what they are. Well, 10 is going to be the one with the windows. 11 is movie, is a must-watch movie. And 12 is, I don't remember, is another one. Another story. So, if you are available later this evening, then be sure to come back. I am going to be live at 7:30 Eastern Time. And that is that. Super enjoyed this. All right, so I'm just going to double check comments to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. Yes, we're good. So thank you all. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, Thursday. It's Thursday. A great rest of your Thursday afternoon. See you guys tonight. Bye, friends.